Hi, how's it going? Mark here again, and this is part 4 of the big haul that I got from the bookshop in here, which I'm sure, as you all now know, is called The Works. Um, I didn't realise that there was so many outlets of it. I know it was years ago, but then I thought they went out of business. Obviously not. Um, So yeah, you've all seen all the other videos and that now of other people with their comics from the works in the UK and showing left, right and centre and that. This is the final part for me for just this little lot to go through, which is the second part of the DC one. Before I do them, it's Sunday today. I've got about another hour and a half before I do the podcast with Jay and Costa Bromstar and whoever else feels like coming along for the podcast tonight. So I'm just going to do this one quickly. But today, Sunday, it's in the UK. It's usually boot sale day. Boot sale, car boot sale, as in boot, as in car trunk. So yeah, just translating there. And I thought I'd pop up and see what's about. You know, there's not usually a lot. Sometimes you might get some few, bits and pieces and that. Other times you might not get anything at all. This time I got a couple of bits and pieces. These are British annuals from British comics, that weekly comics that used to be around years ago. This one's called Whoopee from 1979. There you go. Now, unfortunately, if you can see that, if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know about these British annuals. They used to be a really big thing to give kids for Christmas, and they always had a tag down here which had the price for the comic. This one has been clipped, as they call it, which means that the price tag's been taken out of it, so the kids didn't know how much they were. Unfortunately, they've clipped the second page as well. So, thank you, the parents of Ian, who very nicely wrote his address in here as well. Yeah, this is just extra stories from characters from the weekly comics. This one's Whoopee, like I said. So you've got Toy Boy, which is about a boy that had loads of toys on him. You had Fun Fear, which is about a fun fair it's like horror, comedy horror, I suppose you could say. Another Toy Boy again. What we got? Daisy Jones Locket, that by looks like it had a genie in it. Yeah. And there's loads of other characters in there. Smiley, Lollipop. I'm sure if I mention some of these, some people in the UK might remember them. Barney's Brain Box. Yeah, it's just loads and loads of characters. Sweeney Toddler was always a good one. Claus the cat. Bored Eddie. Yeah, so that would cost me all of 20 pence. And these are always good as well. Shiver and Shake annuals. Shiver and Shake 1981 annual. Shiver was the ghost and Shake was the elephant. And again, that one's been clipped as well. So it doesn't really bother me that they've been clipped. I mean, it's very rare that you'll find an annual like this that wouldn't been clipped. There you go. And we've also got the Shiver and Shake annual number 1983. Yeah. And in this one, you've got Sweeney Toddler again, Sports School, Grimly Fiendish. Excuse me. If you remember a few years ago, Grant Morrison did a comic called Albion for Wildstorm and DC. He used a lot of characters from British comics in that story. This one here is one of them. Grimly Fiendish. I don't know if you can recognise him. Yep. There. That one there. He was one of the characters. He was one of the characters that was in the Albion story. So yeah, that was pretty cool. All those annuals there cost me 20p. And as well as that, in the 1990s, Marvel Comics produced a set of about 7 comics, I think they were, which took 1 or 2 issues of certain Marvel Comics, mainly I think it was X-Men, Fantastic Four and Spider-Man, and I think there was one with the Incredible Hulk as well, and gave them a sort of a novelisation, so to speak, and they were called Marvel Chillers, and I picked up 3 of them, these 3, and they cost me a quid, £1, which weren't too bad. You've got Marvel Chillers, the Pride and Terror of the X-Men. There you go. That's, I believe there's 2 different covers on some of them. This one's the $5.99 cover, not the $2.99 cover. This one is based on the original comic of the Uncanny X-Men number 143. Like I said, it's just a young person, I suppose you could describe it as a young person's novelisation of that comic, with a few pictures, there's a few illustrations inside. And there's also, strangely enough, a poster inside as well, which I was, I didn't think that they would have had the poster still inside there, but that's a pretty cool. You've also got the Fantastic Four, the Frightful Four, which is based on Fantastic Four issues 94 and 126. Okay. And again, there's the poster inside, which I won't be taking out. And they've got little bits there as well from the actual comics, little panels from the comics that have been blown up. There you go. Mainly in black and white, sometimes in colour. That's a pretty cool one. Negative blue picture of the Fantastic Four there with the Invisible Woman. If that comes there. So yeah. And finally, with that lot from the boot sale, we also got Marvel Chillers, Spider-Man and the Mark of the Man-Wolf, which reprints or is based on the Amazing Spider-Man issues 124 and 125. And it's all the same again, just novelisation. I thought it was a pretty interesting thing to have. There you go, this one's still got the poster in it as well. Still got the poster inside. And it also stars the Man-Wolf as well. Who was this? Mindy Newell. Who done that one? Mindy Newell wrote that one. Joey Cavalieri wrote that one, the Fantastic Four one, and Ralph Macchio wrote the X-Men one. So there you go. So yeah, that's my pickups for today. Now on to the DC Comics, the second lot that I got from the works on Thursday and Friday. And we'll just quickly go through these ones. Again, Primal Force number 10. The New Teen Titans number 15. Also with the Doom Patrol in it as well. And the Brotherhood of Evil. Talking of the Doom Patrol, really good series this. Doom Patrol number 1. This is number 1 of the series that, with issue 19, Grant Morrison took over and just turned it into a complete phenomena, really. That's the wrap cover. And also New Teen Titans Annual number 2. Stickers on there, but I'll see if I can get them off, and if not, it doesn't really matter. Superman number 685, from when DC Comics was really good, not like they are now. Pre-reboot. Oh, this is really good. There were 3 comics in the 80s from DC Comics that highlighted the Golden Age characters from around about the Second World War. One of them was All-Star Squadron, which was absolutely brilliant series. The other one was Infinity Inc., which was another really good series. And there was a third one that tried to introduce characters that would have been seen as the main characters, like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, those sort of characters, the characters that before Crisis on Infinite Earth, which happened in 84, 85, 86, would have been portrayed as Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, that sort of thing. And it was the Young All-Stars. This character on the floor here is a character called Iron Monroe, who was meant to be the new version of Superman in like the golden age of superheroes post Crisis on Infinite Earth. Is it post? Is that right? After Crisis on Infinite Earth. I always get post and pre mixed up. And this was a really good series. Really, really good series. Didn't run for very long, only a few issues. But yeah, the issues that they did bring out were absolutely brilliant. Okay. And another series from the 80s that was really good. There was two sort of like the supernatural heroes of the time. This one here, I've got another one in here. This one is Dr. Fate, number 3, by J.M. DeMatteis. And that was a really good series. This one was the first, not this issue, but this series was the first time that they had Dr. Fate as a female. I can't remember which issue that was. It was around about issue 10, 13, I think it was. They introduced Dr. Fate as a female, which was pretty good. Yep. And we have another Doom Patrol, number 7, this time with Eric Larsen's artwork inside. This is before he before he wrote Savage Dragon. And next up, remember I said about All-Star Squadron and Young All-Stars and all that. Infinity Inc. Absolutely brilliant series. This is number 42. And issue 46, which crosses over with the series that was going out at the time, was Millennium, which was the DC event that year. Infinity Inc. 48. With the origin of Nuklon, who was the original Atom's Al Pratt's son. And also Nuklon, with everything that's happening in the comics like Earth 2, Nuklon is also one of DC's first homosexual characters. He was one of the first characters to actually be openly gay in the comics. Okay. And Costa Bromstar, Scott, me old mucker, me old pal. Do you remember you were saying about Sandman, Neil Gaiman's Sandman, and I said that they brought back the Jack Kirby 1970s Sandman. Well, this issue of Infinity Inc. wasn't written by Neil Gaiman, but this is where he got the idea of bringing back the Jack Kirby Sandman into the Sandman series that he was writing. And it's issue 49. Yeah. Alright, only a few more to go. So this is a run of Swamp Things now that I've picked up from the works. After Alan Moore left Swamp Thing, Rick Veitch took over the writing chores, and his run on Swamp Thing was absolutely brilliant. It was really good, really thought-provoking, really followed Alan Moore's Swamp Thing run really, really well. The only thing was that he had to follow Alan Moore, and after you follow Alan Moore, once Alan Moore's done something, that's it. You might as well not bother doing it, like before Watchmen, you know. But Rick Veitch did a really good job on this, and this is some of Rick Veitch, how you pronounce his name. This is some of his comics on this series, his run on Swamp Thing, and if you can find them, it's always good. Always worth picking them up. Yeah, that's 66. '68, and there's some really nice covers as well. '69. Again, a really nice cover. '83. They always had really, really nice covers on Swamp Thing. Really lovely painted covers. And then '86. And then after Rick Veitch left Swamp Thing, you had Nancy A. Collins come on board for the Swamp Thing, and again she had a really good run on there. The only problem was she had to follow Rick Veitch, who also had a really good run as well. But this is issue 117, a Swamp Thing. Now the covers that were in the hundreds of Swamp Thing always reminded me of the interior artwork for Heavy Metal magazine. Not the covers of Heavy Metal, but the actual interior artwork. I don't know why, but they always reminded me. They had that sort of like European painted sort of quality to their covers. There we go. And we've also got Swamp Thing Annual number 3. I've already got this one, but it's a bit tatty, so I thought I'd pick up another copy, seeing it only cost me 49.9 recurring pence. There you go. And this one, if you like monkeys, apes, primates, anything that is closely related to Homo sapiens that has got excessive hair all over their body, then you'll love this issue, because it's got near enough every single monkey, ape, chimp or primate character that's in the DC universe in this one. And this is also written by Rick Veitch as well. Yeah. And finally, for this video, I don't know much about this series, as I don't know much about most of these comics here, apart from a few of them because I haven't read them yet. But I don't know much about this final series that I've picked up here, apart from what I've seen in adverts from DC Comics in the 80s, and that didn't really tell me a lot. I've never really thought about picking this series up until I saw it in the works, in the packs, and I've near enough got a complete set now. It only went on for 13 issues. It was written by Doug Moench, with Dave Hoover and Robert Campanella artwork inside, and inking in that. And it was an offshot of Legion of Superheroes of the time, and it's called The Wanderers. There you go. Number 1. I haven't got issue 2, but there's issue 3. Issue 4. Cool. Issue 5. I haven't got issue 6. This is issue 7. Issue 8. This next cover I think is absolutely fantastic. Issue 9 of The Wanderers. I don't know what it is about it, but I really do love this cover. It's a really cool cover as far as I'm concerned. Issue 10. Issue 11. A little bit beaten up, but not too bad. The front cover's a bit creased, and the back cover's got a big crease in it as well, but I don't care. I haven't got issue 12, but the final issue, issue 13. And if that's not a Stanley Kubrick 2001: A Space Odyssey inspired cover, I don't know what is. So there you go. So that is it for the comics that I've picked up from the works. Until the next time I pop into town and go in there. Yes. So there you go. Hope these 4 videos weren't too boring for you. Hope people are still watching them. Thank you for watching. Thank you everybody who subscribed. If you have any information on these comics that that you feel could be interesting, or even if you don't think it's interesting, stick it down in the comment section down below, because I would love to hear from you. And if you just want to have a general chat about the comics I've just put up, again, in the comment section down below. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs it down if you want. And as I always say, don't just thumbs it down and run off and giggle like a little schoolgirl. Say why you didn't say why you didn't like it. Say why you thumbs it down. Why not? What you got to lose? So thanks for watching. Take care, and ta-ta for now.